All right, for those who didn't know, James O'Keefe, also known as Project Veritas, basically released a whole bunch of recordings of CNN's, like, upper board having the board meetings, talked about how they're going to direct the news. Now, if this is illegal or legal, that's of no consequence in this conversation because James O'Keefe decided what he wanted to do and he did it for his own reasons. But ultimately, unless there's some certain proof in these allegations, then it's meaningless. It's an empty victory. So this is OTR Ogre and Corrigan. Hey, if you like or hate what I'm doing, like, link, and subscribe, comment if you so choose. Let's get into this. Okay, so they're proving that CNN's been manipulating the message. Who in their right mind didn't know that? CNN is left-wing biased. Fox News is generally right-wing biased. And so what I see from this is that James O'Keefe was having these recorded phone calls for the last 2 months. That means at the beginning of October he started doing this project. So 3 weeks into this, if he would have had some information that released that proves that they know there's going to be shenanigans or that the media was lying, they could have actually maybe swung the election. But here's what really happened. The election went through, and he keeps on recording. And now maybe there's some proof of the one thing that Trump needs. And they prove there's fraud, that CNN knew where there was fraud going on, and that one didn't report, so it'll destroy CNN. But I don't really think this is going to do any good, long run. Like, people are like, yeah, but we'll get rid of CNN, and what CNN did was criminal. No, it wasn't. Like, think about this for a second. They just lied to people. Lying is protected under the First Amendment. Sorry, but it is. That's the truth. So what crime do they commit? Okay, we're going to manipulate the news stories this way. There's no integrity in journalism laws on the books that say you have to tell the truth. At least I've never heard of any. I've never heard anybody being prosecuted for that shit. But Fox, CNN, and all these alphabet soup companies have been around for ages. Are they being, put in prison for lying to the public? Fuck no. I mean, there was that one guy, I remember back, he said he was in Afghanistan or some crap on a helicopter or some garbage, and he wasn't even anywhere near that site. And he made a career out of it. Oh, we got shot at, a bullet whizzed by, and blah, blah, blah. And what happened to that guy? So his career was ruined. Whoop-de-doo. But, I mean, did the guy do prison time for essentially lying to the American people for however long? He made millions of dollars doing it, so even if his career was done, what does it matter? He's already rich. So that's the same thing with CNN and Fox. Because there's no actual, integrity standards on the books, it doesn't matter. And people say, yeah, but we'll get rid of CNN. Okay. Is that really a great victory? Okay. CNN was about to be sold by AT&T because it's been a losing number. It's been a losing game since they bought it. But, as far as AT&T is concerned, it was a good propaganda wing to get Biden elected. And they probably want Biden because they have tax loopholes, so they'll be fine. But as far as who benefits, okay, Newsmax, One American News, and Fox News. So one of their competitors is gone. It's not even sure that it might damage their reputation heavily, temporarily. But what does that really do when they could just reformat? They could just basically do the move like Newsmax, where for a fraction of the price they have, a really good news crew, and it looks just as professional as everything else. So what are they losing? It may be like a lot of these other alphabet soup news organizations, where they shrink a bit, but they're still around. One theory I have, just a little conspiracy theory on this, that this literally has nothing to do at all with the president or any of this stuff. In fact, I'm starting to think James O'Keefe might be a rhino con, where it's like you could have done something, but this clearly didn't do a damn thing. But think about this for a second. What if it's just an angry person that knows maybe they know the election was rigged and they knew that after this CNN was going downhill. So you have a few angry employees that release these recordings, this information, and basically set up a situation where, CNN will lose a huge amount of its value when it goes to get sold. As a final fuck you, the CNN. Maybe it's someone who got fired and they're just like, you know what? I know that company's going down, and now they're going to go down in flames. It ain't going to be a smooth decline. It's going to be, you know, plane on fire, careening into a fucking mountain, you know. That's what they're aiming for. So this just seems to me like, to some degree, petty revenge from somebody on the inside. But as far as doing anything productive for the American people, what? They proved what everybody already knew. The news organizations lie. Wow. You know, like, I don't know. Unless something pretty big comes out, like proof that they knew that there was fraud going on and that they didn't report on it, I don't see how this will do any goddamn good. So that's pretty much it. This is OTR Ogre and Corgi. And y'all have a good day. So take it easy.